All right, let me know if we. All right, you should be getting sound now because I took the mic away. Hopefully you're getting sound now. All right, you should be getting sound now. I'm going to plug in. Unfortunately, this is just the mic from the cell phones. You're gonna hear the fan, you're gonna hear the rain, you're gonna hear all the things, which is why I was trying to use the actual mic. I guess they need to be charged. I haven't been using them much, but I guess it was enough that they needed to be charged. So I will take care of that for the next time we do a video live or whatever. So yeah, I think it might have been this main dongle that needs to be charged. So we'll take care of that. So everybody got me? Okay, you got me, yay, finally. And so I did a test video for like 20 minutes before this, just so I wouldn't have these problems, y'all. But you know how that goes, technology. As I was saying and talking to myself, because you couldn't hear me, stay tuned to the live after or the replay after. This is gonna be shorter than I had planned because it is downpouring rain right when I decided to start my live. And I was hoping it would hold off till after 8 o'clock because I had planned on doing a nice 1 hour live, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. I did want to share this big revelation with you guys. If you're a channel member, you already know what's going on. And I really appreciate you guys keeping the secret. But yeah, there's rain. I've got the top hatch open. I've got the sliding door open. I've got lights all over the place. And I'm gonna have to clean all this up in the pouring rain. So just so you know, we're gonna be in the van for a little bit and then I'm gonna show you the big surprise as I stand in the rain because I love y'all. But yeah, there you go. All right, so it'll just have to be no mic for now, okay? So just bear with the background noise of rain and fan. I'm gonna move the fan over a little so it's a little less close. It's not as close to the cell phone that you're seeing me on, okay? Oh, thank you for saying you love me. I appreciate it. I've got my tablet here so I can watch the chat a little bit, because it's really hard to see the chat on the screen of the phone that far away. I guess I could give you guys a little bit closer. A little bit closer. It's still hard to see with my glasses. You know, those transition lenses if you don't get it right. Anywho, welcome everybody to the live. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with these videos of camping in a tent and crafting and mental wellness and affirmations and all the things that are not van life. I appreciate those of you who have been rocking with me since the beginning, who never wavered no matter what the video was. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Something from the start. But yeah, so this is the van. If you've been keeping up with me during the series, I've got so many more videos coming. I've got about 3 weeks worth of videos already ready, scheduled up, ready to be dropped on a Wednesday. Lately I've been getting into making some AI music, so you've been seeing a couple of those videos. Yeah, I can't wait to have the first adventure or the camp out in this van. Don't know when it's going to be, so I'm not even going to guesstimate. There are still things I want to do in here that I thought I was going to hold off on doing, but I'm kind of like, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So there's a couple things that I'm going to do now. So maybe fall, maybe. I'm not going to give a date. I'm not even going to give a month, but maybe fall, before it gets too cold, I'll do a camp out and do a live or something during that camp out, perhaps. We'll see. Yeah, I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited, and it's going well. The van is, for the age, is really good condition. I was able to acquire things for the van due to my dear father. Thank you, Dad. I hope you're watching this live. And if you're not, I'm going to send you the link to watch the replay later. Love you. But someone said, I still remember the pink pool noodles. Yes, not your mama's van with the pink pool noodles. Yes, on the side. But yeah, it's bittersweet, you know, doing another van build. You know, it's like weird to do another van build, especially to do a van build knowing that I'm not going to be living full time on the road. So it's kind of weird. I'm mostly just going to be camping in it. I do want to do a really big trip soon-ish, but I don't know if it'll be possible. You know, gas is expensive right now, so I don't know if it'll be possible, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to talk too much in this van, because I really am excited to show you guys the surprise. And my ears are hearing a little bit, maybe like the rain might be letting up just a smidge. So I might need to get outside and show you the big surprise. Yeah, I'll give it a couple more minutes. If you have a question, throw it in the chat. Do a question mark emoji before your question so it pops up a little easier for me to see. My floor right here is getting a little bit wet, so I'm gonna have to, I do have some paper towels in here. I'll wipe that up. But so far, the little overhang here, let me turn you. This little, you know how I have the barn doors, what is it called, the Dutch door? You've got the hatch, and then you've got the bottom. That's keeping dry over there. It's just this sliding door. Of course, the rain is like coming in this way, which is annoying as heck. But yeah. Freaky Fridays. Why does everybody love Freaky Fridays? So I don't know if that'll come back. If you guys who kind of stopped watching, or the algorithm or the app unsubscribed you and you didn't know that I was making videos all these years that weren't van life, but they were just life videos. If you guys don't know, not married, but married. Not legally, but husband is around, and we live together, and I don't know if he'd be a fan of Freaky Fridays. They're not uploaded so he could see them to get an idea of the kind of stuff and shenanigans I got up to back then. But I don't know if he would appreciate Freaky Friday, so I'll have to have a conversation with him and show him some of the unlisted videos and see what he thinks. Not that they have to get as freaky as they did, but you know, they got a little freaky back in the day. But we'll have to revisit that. We'll see what he thinks about that. I did have that one Freaky Friday where it was a panel. I don't know if you guys remember that. You OGs will remember. Oh, also I have the bug zapper. If you heard that, that was the bug zapper zapping a bug. The rain came back. But I was thinking about putting that Freaky Friday, uploading it, taking it off of private and putting it public, so that panel Freaky Friday, maybe editing it down. It was a long one, but we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, Freaky Fridays is always somebody always asks about Freaky Fridays. But anyway, that's okay. I don't see any other questions. Remember, put an emoji question, the red question emoji, or the question emoticon. Dang it! I should have got out there when I said something. Now it's pouring again. I'm just gonna have to get wet. There's no way around it. No way around it. Gonna get soaked. But anyway, yes, husbay. Someone put that in there. So husbay is a term of endearment that's the combination of a bae, which is the new term for beau if you're a little older, which is a boyfriend, and husband. So it's like a mashup of those two, where he's more than a boyfriend, and we're not legally married, so he's not a husband, but he's husbay because he encompasses all those things. So that's where that term comes from. And I don't remember where I got it from. I've been calling him that. Gosh, we're about to celebrate 6 years of being together next month. So I've been calling him that almost from the beginning, at least within the first, or after the first 6 months it came on. But yeah, I was on the panel FF and I turned all the way wrong. Yeah, that panel Freaky Friday was something. But it was just nomadic women speaking their truth at the time. But it was fun. It was all in good fun. We had a good time, and I don't regret any of the things that I did. Where I was in that time period of my life is where I was, and I don't regret any of it. I don't even, now I'm at the age of 55 where I don't even regret some of the things that I struggled with in my youth, because it's made me who I am today. It's led me to where I am today, and it's just a part of my story at this point. I'm glad that a lot of things were able to, if not come full circle, be able to be answered and to be able to be healed from. So I wouldn't change a lot of the things. Yeah, nobody wants to go through all that crap, but if you look at it from the other side now, it's like, well, there was a reason. And even if I don't know the full answers for why I went through some of those things or had to take some of those paths, it still has led me where I am right now. And right now I'm in a season of blooming. You know, it's springtime right now. It's blooming. So I'm good with it. I'm all good with it. I know you remember me. Yes, I do. All right. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. So give me 2 seconds of weird instability. I'm going to close this window. I'm going to close this door and take you out with me to show you what is going on. But I've got to be able to carry this. Actually, I guess I don't have to carry that. Okay, this is going to be weird. I probably should have had husband come out here and help me in the background. But that's okay. You stay in the house, baby, because I know you're watching. Stay in the house with 7. All right. I was using this for a backrest, but I don't need it now. Let me close this window. So you're gonna get the real raw. This is how we do it over here. There's no studio productions here, right? But that's not how we do. That's not we do the real raw. So forgive the butt shot. You about to get a butt shot. Okay? All right, there's that. Closed. Now I've got to unplug because I needed my phone charging. Live videos take a lot of battery juice, so I had to plug the phone in the midst of doing this. I'm trying to think, do I take the fan with me? I think I'll leave the fan. I'm gonna leave the fan. We gonna be okay, y'all. Hopefully, the only problem that I can foresee, hopefully I don't lose the signal. I shouldn't, because I'm going right outside and the house is right next door. So I shouldn't. Oh, I lost the lights though. That's okay. That's okay. Bear with me. All right, let me show you the surprise. Oh my gosh, it's soaking wet. Soaking wet. Soaking wet. Close the door so the rest of the floor doesn't get it. All right. So here's the van, and there will be a naming contest for the van at some point. I'm gonna step way out in the rain here and show you the big reveal. Yes, truck and truck camper were given to me by my daddy. By my daddy. If you remember, we actually stayed, I'm gonna get under the awning. We actually stayed in this truck camper. There is a video for this truck camper tour, and I will link it later after this live in the pinned comment so you guys can see the actual tour. But I'm gonna go inside now because I'm getting wet, and we're gonna finish the rest of this live inside of the truck camper. Okay, so I had put the awning. Oh no! I had put the awning down, thinking that it was going to cover some of the van, and it did not. All right, here we are, truck camper. Whew. I've got the I didn't turn the AC on. I could have because I'm plugged into the house, but I've got these two windows open here, and then I've got the fan over the bed sucking out the air, so it's actually feels nice in here. I'm gonna turn this light on. I'm gonna sit right here on the couch, which becomes a bed at some point if you need it. But like I said, I'll link the video tour for this. So when we were going and visiting my dad up in Northern Virginia, we would stay in this truck camper. First time or two, I think we stayed in a hotel, and then he was like, well, why don't you guys just stay in the truck camper? It's just sitting there. And so we started staying in the truck camper. And yeah, so he got to a point where he had to move it from where it was, and he hasn't been using it, and he said, come get it. So I've got a truck and a camper, and it happened like 2 weeks after I bought the van. I was like, ah. But it's okay. So when me and husband are together, we'll take this. When I'm by myself, I'll have the van. And the van is now my everyday driver because we didn't have a second car. So it's my everyday driver. It's what I take, to work and stuff. So it works out just fine. Oh, I should have bought the fan. It is hot in here now. But it's okay. I'll deal with it. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on now. So we've got this. We are scheduled for 2 camping trips in October, one at the beginning, one at the end. And I'm hoping we get it out again. We've been in it at my cousin's land in North Carolina. My cousin who I found from my dad. Since I found my dad. If you don't know that story, I think I have a video on that, and I'll link that in the pinned comment as well about how I found my dad in 2024. And then how before even knowing each other, when I was on the road for about 3 years, he was watching my channel because he was inspired by VanLife and Nomad life, and was watching me, not knowing he was watching his biological daughter. So it was funny for him to find that out. But yeah, so the universe, and there was some intervention working there for us to to kind of be in each other's lives, to find each other. And to his knowledge, he has no other biological children, so I'm his only biological child at this moment. But yeah, so when husband and I are together, we'll be here. We took this and opened it up and really cleaned it out and did a good inspection of all the things down in my cousin's land. I want to say we did that in May. I want to say it was May. It could have been June. I don't know. But it has a back deck here. I'll show you the door. So this door here, this is the door I just came in. This is the door that opens up to the back deck. So the deck is folded up right now against the door, but it has a huge back deck. I want to 8 foot by 7 foot or something like that, 8 by 6, something like that. And it's nice, and it has its own awning. It has a TV. It's got a little mini fridge on the back deck. We do have a fridge here. It's still not quite working, so we've got to take it to an RV place to get that checked out. We don't know why. It's got a wet bath. You've got the kitchen. But again, I will link the video that does the full tour for you guys. And so husband upgraded the TV in here for a little bit bigger TV. And so it was a 12-volt TV. So I put it in the van. You'll be seeing that soon if you haven't already. But yeah, and then I think this is an RV queen bed up on top of the truck cab that sits over top of the truck cab. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah, it's got a full little kitchen there too, and it's got so much storage, more storage than you would think for a truck camper. Like, I don't even know what to put. You know, isn't it because we're not living in it full time? It might be a little, well, if you really only brought the bare necessities, you'd be fine. But, you know, to people like us nomads or previous nomads, we tend to overpack. We tend to bring way too much crap. So, yeah, you can easily fill all these cabinets. There's cabinets up here. There's nothing storage-wise under the couch. The couch does open up to be a small bed for a kid, probably. I wouldn't put a person on here, an adult on here, unless it was a short adult. But it does kind of block the bathroom door. But yeah, so you've got the max air type, well, vent. It's not really a fan. Like, well, it's a fan, but it just sucks out. It doesn't blow down. The two windows open on the side of the beds. These two windows open here. You've got the door that has the screen. You've got the window in the kitchen that opens as well. And then it has AC. I didn't want to draw from the house sitting here. I didn't want to draw because husband's watching TV. I don't want to flip the breaker or anything. I don't think it would, but yeah, anyway. All right, are there any questions? Is there flooding in our area? So where we live, we don't, right in this spot where we live, we don't get flooding. But yes, there are parts of Norfolk that get flooding, parts of Chesapeake that gets flooding. I think over near husband's job, he gets flooding a little bit. But so what is the most memorable moment from the start of your van life journey? I know that's a tough question. Oh my gosh, that is a tough question. I was on the road, or not even on the road, because my whole van life was not lived on the road. Some of it was stationary and stagnant at different times because of circumstances and then pandemic and all that. I want to say my most memorable, probably my very first long distance trip. I'm going to say when I set out in 2017, quit my job at the school, told them I wasn't coming back in September, and set out to go from Virginia, Northern Virginia, all the way up to Maine before going across country. That was probably the most memorable because I had never been to any of those places, really. So going through all those places, I mean, I went to Rhode Island in the 1990, so my graduation present from my aunt, rest in peace, was to visit her in Block Island, which is an island off of Rhode Island. And we caught the train to Rhode Island, from Virginia to Rhode Island, and then a ferry over to Block Island. But you know, riding through those places, I was 19, I don't remember that. So yeah, setting out on my first solo trip all the way up to Maine to get that Maine lobster was probably the most memorable. It was very scary because if you see my video, I'm cussing mad. It's when one of the apps who told me there was a free campsite somewhere got me stranded somewhere, and it was getting dark and I was scared. So it was one of the first lessons of, you know, remaining calm and not panicking, even though I did, but you know, it's okay. I want to say that was probably one of my most memorable, because I got to meet a lot of subscribers. That's kind of when my channel started gaining traction, and I got to meet subscribers along the way, and I got to see the beauty of humanity. People just, hey, let me give you a meal. I'll meet you at a restaurant. You're going to be coming close to where I live. That's when I met Mama Willow, when I started heading west in Missouri. You know, so it's just, I think I started seeing the beauty of humanity and what the world could be, what it could look like if everybody would just love and be kind, you know? So I think that was probably the most memorable for me. Is there another question? Hey, Miss M. Watched your Mr. Buddy Heater video earlier. Okay, cool. I love it when people go back and watch the old videos. It makes me, because it makes, when you comment on it and it pops up on my creator dashboard that there's a new comment on a video, and I get to go, oh, that video. Sometimes I watch the video when you guys comment on a video before I answer your comment, because you might say something in the comment that I don't remember from the video, and sometimes I'll watch the video on high speed just to see, and it just kind of triggers that memory. Oh yeah, I remember that, and I was traveling with so-and-so, or so-and-so was camped next to me, you know. So it's kind of cool to have those memories, so I appreciate that, going back and watching old videos. Let's see, and the woman, oh yeah, the woman with the private property, yeah, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. At the place where I got the lobster. But yeah, that was probably one of my most memorable videos. Also, same time frame is first getting to Arizona and seeing all the people for the first time, because it's nothing like watching it on a YouTube video for years and then being there, driving up and being like, OMG, it is legit. People are really out here. Like, I'm not the only one. Like, it's really cool. And just being next to some of these more expensive builds or rigs and thinking, you know, because I was in Not Your Mama's van. I got that van for $800 on Craigslist, and I was just like, man, I'm right here. I'm right here next to this Mercedes Sprinter, and I know they put 50 grand into this build alone, let alone the cost of the van. And we looking at the same damn thing. And my van was $800. Yes, I may have put another $2,500 into getting it road ready and building it out. But still, I was just like, man, this is awesome. This is crazy. I was getting way more gas mileage than them too, though. That little minivan, I love that van so much. But yeah, those are probably some of my most favorite memories. I should rewatch your rearranging and decorating videos. Those were my favorite. Listen, rearranging and decorating is just something that I do. You can, well, you can't ask Husband, but Husband will attest to the fact that the second bedroom in our townhouse, that's kind of become my craft room and the kind of everything room, I have rearranged it about 10 times since we've lived here. It never seems to be just right for me, and it may never be just right, you know? That's a part of nesting, I think. I'm just a nesting type person. I like my space to feel a certain way, and I think sometimes when I'm getting mentally overwhelmed or anxiety kicks in, sometimes cleaning and rearranging can change my whole situation. It can free my mind. It lets me work out whatever problem I've got going on, and it's a thing for me. I'm not doing as much as I used to, just because getting older, you know, I've got a couple injuries I'm working through right now, but it's just something about going into a fresh space. You just like, woosah, you know? It's very tranquil. Will you do more tiny home walkthroughs? You know, I haven't gone to a tiny house festival or anything like that in a long time. And I don't really have any resources or people that I know that are currently living in tiny homes except for Jewel. So I don't know. I can't really answer that question, because if I happen to come across someone who is living in one, or someone reaches out if I'm on a trip camping or something, maybe. But it'll probably be more RV tours maybe, or tent setups, because the groups and the events that I'm going to now tend to have that. So it might not be necessarily tiny home tours, but maybe RV tours. I would love to find like a truck camper group that's East Coast and hang out with them and get to know, because I don't really know, you guys know, I don't really do the RV thing. I don't do all these systems. Even Mona was a stretch for me. And you know that I didn't use any of those RV systems in Mona. I prefer the quick and dirty, the simple, the easy. Is I can fix it, you know. I put it in there, I know how I did it, and I can fix it. The RV systems have so many different things going on with them, and it could be one little thing, it could be one big thing. You never know. So, yeah, just, we're gonna have to get to learn this. This is new for me. I'm still in Arizona due to your suggestion. You told me to go to the long LHC Craggy Wash. I got stuck in the sand. Oh no! Are you ever going back there? Oh no, you got stuck in Craggy Wash? Craggy Wash does tend to get people stuck. So are you stuck in the sand still? You said I got stuck there. Are you still there? I would love to go back to Arizona. Arizona is home for me as far as somewhere I would love to like be. I always said I wanted to buy like 5 acres and have a place where my Nomad family could come and not have to move every 2 weeks. We could use that as like a home base, a central home base. I could put a shipping container house there. So yeah, I would love to go back to Arizona. I would love, maybe in the van, maybe I can take a trip in the van by myself or something, or maybe, you know, husband and I, if we take this, I don't know. I would love to go back to Arizona. We'll put it in the suggestion box. See, there's only like 2 people talking, but there's like 17 watching according to this. So guys, don't just sit there and watch. Say something. Say hey. Will 7 be with you on the next journey? So yeah, the goal is to make 7 an adventure cat. It's going to be hard though, because we've had him already now for, when did we get 7? Oh my gosh. I think we got him in December. So this December, I want to say will be 2 years that we've had 7. And I really didn't do well with making him adventure ready, because I should have been really training him for adventures. I've really been lazy with it. He likes going outside, at least on the deck. You've seen the videos. But as soon as something, you know, comes, he's very kind of skittish, you know. He's just like, nope, back to the house. He's even run to the wrong door, you know, so just to get into the house. But we've had him in here while we were doing things in here, and he seemed to be fine. Looking in the window, he seemed to be fine. I had him in the van. You saw that video. He's been in the tent with us. We've taken him tent camping. He's not a fan of it, but he tolerates it. So I'm thinking, as long as it's not too hot, here's not that big of a deal, because we have AC. If we're somewhere where we can plug in, he'll be fine. But as long as it's not like a hot thing, I don't want him to overheat and get sick, then yeah, I will definitely be taking 7 with me. I have bought a car seat for him. It's in the truck right now. But yeah, of course, gotta take my baby with me. For a long time was watching listings for lots in Quartzsite for that very same purpose. That's good, Mike. That's awesome. I bought land in Arizona. Oh, yay. Nice. Oh, and all need to put a thumbs up on the video. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, if you haven't subscribed again or resubscribed, please do that. I know a lot of people were saying in comments here and there over the last few years that, oh, I didn't know you were still putting out videos. I'm not subscribed to your channel anymore. I'm really trying to break that 24K mark. Like, I had gotten up to like 25, almost 26, and then it just dropped. And I understand it's not a van life channel anymore. Nobody wants to watch me do the things that I've been doing, so I get that. But there are channels I've been subscribed to for years, and I just don't necessarily watch them anymore, or I check in with them once or twice a year. But if you could please resubscribe if you haven't, and subscribe if you've never subscribed, I would appreciate that, because I really want to get this year done at 30,000. I don't know why. I just want to get out of those the 20,000s. I've been there so long. It's been a while since you've been on a live. Been enjoying the build series. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is really a budget build for me. I'm not trying to do too much. I really can't do too much physically, but I'm not trying to invest a whole lot of money in it, because I just want to keep it very plain, very basic. I know that I'm saying that, as I said, I put a TV in it. I've never had a TV in any of my rigs before. I've always just used this tablet. This same tablet, this sixth generation iPad. But it didn't make sense to take the TV out of here and then just sell it or get rid of it. I was like, well, I'll just stick it in the van. It wasn't like I had to buy it. So yeah. Long time. It's been new law saying it against the law to be homeless. Yeah, I get that. I know there's laws about sleeping in your vehicle, depending on which state, county, and city. I think it depends on the law enforcement officers. Sometimes they don't care. If you're clean, if you're neat, if you're not a vagrant, if you're not bothering people, I feel like sometimes they, some of them will turn a, blind eye to it. Now, there are others that are fully gonna, enforce the law and make you move on, or impound your car, or do whatever. But there's nothing we can do about that. Be strategic, move, keep your vehicle and yourself clean. I don't know, find places that you are allowed to be. It's easier on BLM land than it is here on the East Coast to do that kind of stuff. And I know sometimes people get stuck in different places because of either your job is there and you just can't afford housing, or your family is there, maybe you want to visit grandkids, or health reasons you have to stay in a certain place. You don't have any choice. And I just wish that everyone would be more understanding. But it's always the small amount of people that cause it to look bad that just ruins it for the rest of us, which is why I think, Walmart stopped doing what they did. Parking in Walmart parking lots used to be a thing until people started actually living in the Walmart parking lots, and now it's like, you can't really do that anymore. So there's always a few bad apples spoils the bunch, or something, whatever that saying is. I'm subscribed to your videos, show up perfectly because I had forgotten. Glad you're back. Do you have internet? So yeah, we have internet now. We have Starlink. Husband did get us that, because when we go camping, husband's not a camper. He's becoming a camper. He didn't camp before me. So tent camping was very new to him, and he likes TV. So we do have Starlink now. We have the mini, and it works beautifully. I'm not using that right now. I'm actually close enough to our house. I'll show you. Look out the window here. See this brick wall right here? This is my townhouse. So I'm close enough to the house where I'm getting the Wi-Fi from the house. But we do have Starlink to take with us when we go camping. So yeah. I'm so glad I'm catching you live. I'm glad you're catching me live too. So for those of you that have not or don't understand where I am right now, I am in a truck camper. It was revealed a little while ago, and I'm going to get ready to get off in about 5 minutes here, because I've got to be up super early to go to work. Like, I'm on the day shift. I'm on the morning shift. Got to be there at 6. But, yeah, I'm in a truck camper. There's a truck underneath me, a big pickup truck, and this truck camper is sitting on top of it, and the truck belongs to my uncle, rest in peace, who I've never got to meet, and the camper belonged to my dad. And he gave me the truck and the camper because the truck became his, and then he got the camper and put it on it, and it just sat. And so now the truck and the camper belong to me. And so it was such a huge blessing, such a great gift. Really an inheritance, if you will. Just something I never would have thought. He did get it to me about 2 weeks after I bought the van. So I had already had the van and was starting the build when he called to say that I could come and get this, and he was giving it to me. So, but definitely a blessing, because like I said earlier, you know, when husband and I are together, this is better for two people than the van. The van is kind of my thing. All the lights and stereo and all those kind of upgrades husband's doing in here, and he's kind of leaving me to do the van the way I want, which is just bare and simple. But we will do some things like get new LED headlights and things like that. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me right now. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm gonna get ready to get off because it sounds like the rain might have let up, and I still got to go clean out the van with all the lights and stuff that I put in there for the live, or the beginning of the live. If you're watching this replay in the future, I thank you so much for doing that. Continue to watch the series. Continue to see what happens. Continue to rock along with me. And there will be some kind of a van naming contest. I kind of have an idea that of what I might want to name it, but I like hearing you guys' suggestions, because sometimes you guys get better suggestions than what I can come up with. I mean, this is the 6th or the 7th. Let's see. Not Your Mama's Van, Cardinal, Taurus, wait, no, I'm missing something. Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy was the first because that was the SUV. Jimmy, Not Your Mama's Van, Cardinal, Taurus, and Mona. So this is the 6th vehicle that would be my vehicle home. It gets hard coming up with fun, catchy names, even though I didn't really come up with really fun, catchy names. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, guys. Oh, what is it? Oh, great inheritance. Yes, I really do thank my dad. Thanks, Dad. I hope you're watching this, and I'm going to send you the link to watch the replay. But thank you, Dad. I love you very much. And I didn't call you today, and I should have, and I will probably call you tomorrow when I get home from work. I love you. All right, guys. Don't forget, as always, be good to yourself, be kind to others, and whatever your journey, I hope you're enjoying it, because I am. Bye, guys.